Welcome to our latest deep dive. Today, we're looking at a stack of reports regarding a heartbreaking event from May 14th, 2026. A routine exploratory dive in the Maldives that turned into the country's deadliest single diving tragedy.
Yeah, and our mission here is to really understand how a highly equipped scientific expedition just, well, went so wrong and, what this teaches you about the uncompromising limits of the natural world.
Right. We're talking about the Vaavu Atoll near Alamatha. Exploring the channels there is kind of like navigating an underwater highway, but like during a violent storm.
Oh, absolutely.
So how does a team get trapped in that kind of high-stakes environment?
Well, we're analyzing a place where the margin for error is essentially zero. They were exploring a highly complex cave system down at 50 to 60 meters,
Yeah.
which is literally double the recreational limit in the Maldives.
Okay, let's unpack this because I want to push back on the typical narrative here.
Mm.
When you hear about 5 Italians dying on a dive, it's so easy to just assume reckless tourists.
Yeah, of course.
But, you look at the victims. You had University of Genoa marine ecology professor Monica Montefalcone,
Mm.
her daughter, Georgia Somacol, researcher Muriel Odanina.
Right, and two highly experienced instructors, Gianluca Benedetti and Federico Galtieri.
Exactly. These were world-class experts studying the marine ecosystem. So why does supreme expertise just, fail to prevent a disaster?
What's fascinating here is the paradox of expertise. Having that advanced knowledge and all the specialized gear, it actually gives teams the confidence to enter environments that are objectively hostile to human life.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because at 60 meters down, modern diving is less about swimming and, well, more about extreme biochemistry. The margin for error is literally just seconds.
And the environment at the Vaavu Atoll was actively compounding that risk, right?
Yeah.
Up on the surface, they had a yellow alert with 30-mile-per-hour winds.
Which made the initial rescue almost impossible. I mean, they could only retrieve one body at first from that depth.
Right. And then down below, these caves aren't just simple rock tunnels. They're these jagged coral overhangs getting blasted by intense tidal currents.
It's a brutal physical trap.
But the sources also point to something called oxygen toxicity as a potential cause. And that sounds completely contradictory to me. Isn't oxygen the exact thing keeping them alive?
It is under normal conditions, yeah.
Yeah.
But to dive that deep and avoid nitrogen bubbles, technical divers use mixed gases like nitrox.
Okay.
And nitrox has a higher percentage of oxygen. But here is the physiological mechanism that just catches people off guard. At 60 meters, the water pressure forces that oxygen into your bloodstream at such an extreme partial pressure.
Right, really. So it literally forces it in.
Exactly. It crosses the blood-brain barrier in massive, unnatural amounts.
Wow. The pressure at 60 meters is roughly 7 atmospheres.
Oh.
It would be like having the weight of a commercial truck resting entirely on your lungs.
Yeah, it completely alters how your cells metabolize the gas. And the result is that the central nervous system just gets overwhelmed. The oxygen literally turns into a central nervous system poison.
That is terrifying.
It is. The diver can experience sudden disorientation or even violent convulsions. So you combine that physiological failure with sudden thermal changes and those intense tidal currents.
And you just have a situation where technology cannot save you. It's a cascade of failures.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it demonstrates how quickly compounding variables escalate. When you operate at the absolute edge of human endurance, expertise actually removes your safety buffer.
Right, because you're relying on flawless execution.
Yeah. If one piece of that technological or physiological chain snaps, the ocean reclaims control instantly.
So what does this all mean? For you, the listener, it's a striking reminder. Our drive to understand our warming oceans is vital work. But nature always holds the ultimate veto power over human ambition.
Totally. 60 meters of ocean pressure does not care about your academic resume.
Exactly. Which leaves you with a final, really profound thought to mull over. As our technology allows us to push deeper into these extreme environments, is our scientific curiosity outpacing our physiological limits?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Are there some corners of the Earth that simply demand to be left completely untouched by humans?